Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code DTC P2243 indicates an issue with the air-fuel AF sensor 1's voltage circuit, specifically high voltage in the VCENT line. The AF sensor is a critical component responsible for measuring the oxygen content in the exhaust, which affects fuel mixture for optimal combustion. In Honda Accord models from 2017 to 2023, this sensor is located in the exhaust system, typically before the catalytic converter, to provide accurate readings of the air-fuel ratio. If there's a fault in its circuit, it can lead to poor engine performance and increased emissions, which may activate the check engine light and prompt diagnostic testing. The code is stored in the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, which manages engine functions based on the sensor's inputs. Accurate diagnostic steps need to be followed to isolate and resolve the issue with the AF sensor. The DTC P2243 directly relays an issue with the A-factor sensor 1's VCENT circuit, indicating that a high voltage is detected. The A-factor sensor 1 is responsible for detecting the air-fuel mixture necessary for efficient combustion within the engine. The PCM relies on this data to adjust fuel delivery, achieving optimal performance and emissions levels. The VCENT circuit is essential for providing the sensor with a voltage reference required for its operation. When high voltage in this circuit is detected, it can signify either a malfunctioning sensor or an underlying wiring issue. This makes it vital to address any abnormalities quickly, as ignoring these could lead to further engine performance problems or excessive emissions. Regular inspections of the A-factor sensor and related connectors are advisable to prevent future issues. Several factors could lead to the DTC P2243. The primary suspect is a faulty AF sensor, which may not accurately measure the oxygen levels in the exhaust. Such a malfunction can lead to incorrect voltage being sent through the VCENT line, causing a high voltage reading. Wiring issues are another potential cause. Frayed or damaged wiring can create a short circuit, contributing to incorrect voltage levels. Additionally, a malfunction within the PCM itself could lead to incorrect data interpretation, resulting in a high voltage signal being read as a fault. Troubleshooting these issues involves a systematic approach to isolate the problem, focusing on both the sensor and the related wiring and connections. Recognizing these potential causes helps technicians to perform efficient diagnostics. When encountering the DTC P2243, drivers may notice several symptoms signaling an underlying issue. A common indicator is the illumination of the check engine light, alerting the driver to a possible malfunction. Alongside that, engine performance may degrade, resulting in poor acceleration and inconsistent idling. The vehicle may also experience difficulty in starting or may run roughly, leading to an unsatisfactory driving experience. Additionally, increased emissions can occur due to improper air-fuel mixture caused by faulty sensor readings. This could lead to failing an emissions test, which is particularly problematic for regulated areas with strict environmental laws. Identifying these symptoms swiftly aids in timely repairs, ultimately maintaining vehicle performance and compliance with emission standards. The first troubleshooting step for DTC P2243 involves initial verification processes. Start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on position without starting the engine. Next, utilize the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any stored DTCs, ensuring you reset any previous error codes which may interfere with subsequent readings. After resetting, start the engine and hold the engine speed at 3,000 RPM without load. This can be achieved by putting a continuously variable transmission CVT in park or neutral, or a manual transmission MT in neutral while ensuring there are no heavy loads on the engine. Continue to maintain this RPM until the radiator fan activates, indicating the engine is adequately warmed up. After this step, check for any confirmed or pending DTCs using the HDS again to see if the P2243 reappears, which confirms there is an ongoing issue that requires attention. If no DTC is present, further exploration might be necessary for poor connections or loose terminations. The second step in troubleshooting DTC P2243 focuses on a detailed check of the VCENT line for any open circuits. Begin by ensuring the vehicle is turned off and in the lock mode. Using the HDS, jump the SCS System Check Service line, a diagnostic function that allows you to isolate specific circuits. It's critical to wait for more than 1 minute to ensure that the system stabilizes before proceeding. Next, disconnect the PCM connector E 80P and the AF sensor 1 6P connector. With these connectors disengaged, you'll check for continuity between the specified test points. The female terminal number 4 of the AF sensor 6P connector and pin number 74 of the PCM E connector. This step is crucial in verifying whether there is a solid electrical connection in the VCENT line and if it can transmit voltage correctly. If continuity is established, it suggests the wiring is intact. If not, an open circuit needs to be repaired to restore proper functionality. In the third troubleshooting step, you will focus on determining the integrity of the PCM's internal circuits. First, reconnect the PCM E 80P connector to ensure it's securely attached. After re-establishing this connection, exit the SCS mode using the HDS, which allows you to return to normal vehicle diagnostics. Start the engine again and, similar to previous steps, maintain an engine speed of 3000 RPM without load. With the engine running, measure the voltage across the specified test points, the female terminal number 4 of the AF sensor 1, and a good body ground. The ideal reading here should be approximately 0.2 volts or less. If this voltage is within the acceptable range, it suggests that the PCM's internal circuit is operating correctly, and at this point, you may need to review authorized service information or consider swapping in a known good PCM for further diagnosis. However, if the voltage reading exceeds this threshold, it indicates that the AF sensor 1 should be replaced, as it is likely malfunctioning. After completing the specified repairs for DTC P2243, a verification process is essential to ensure that the issue has been resolved. Begin by resetting the DTCs using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear any stored trouble codes. Once the codes are cleared, it's vital to take the vehicle for a test drive under conditions similar to when the fault was present. During the drive, pay close attention to the conditions that might affect the AFACT sensor operation, such as acceleration and idling. After the drive, monitor the system once more with the HDS to check for any reoccurrence of DTC P2243. If the DTC remains absent after testing, it confirms a successful repair, providing assurance that the issue has been effectively addressed. If the trouble code reappears, it may indicate further diagnostics are necessary, emphasizing the need for thorough troubleshooting. To minimize the chances of encountering DTC P2243 in the future, proactive preventive maintenance is key. Regular inspections of the AF sensor 1 should be performed, particularly during routine service checks or emissions inspections. This allows for early detection of any wear or deterioration that may affect sensor performance. Additionally, it is advisable to routinely check the wire harness connections related to the AF sensor. Loose or corroded terminals can lead to intermittent connections that may trigger fault codes. Cleaning the sensor periodically can also help ensure accuracy in readings, as carbon buildup from exhaust gases could impair its functionality. Consider also reviewing the entire exhaust system for leaks or blockages that might affect sensor performance. Such actions not only help to maintain optimal vehicle performance, but can also ultimately save time and costs associated with repairs. In summary, DTC P2243 signifies a high voltage fault within the A/F sensor 1 VCENT circuit, which could arise from various factors such as sensor malfunction or wiring issues. Pay attention to the symptoms such as illumination of the check engine light and poor engine performance, which will guide diagnostics. Following the stepwise troubleshooting method will assist in isolating the exact cause of the fault. Ensure proper verification post-repair to confirm a resolution to the issue. Regular maintenance, including inspection and cleaning, is crucial for preventing reoccurrences. Staying proactive about such potential faults will not only ensure the sustained performance of the Honda Accord models from 2017 to 2023, but will also extend the life of the vehicle. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.